Yeah, this is the challenge. A loved one falls ill, a loved one dies, a loved one leaves us, our house burns down. Things, tragic things happen. And of course, I'm not equating a house with a loved one, but just these are the things that happen in our lives. And they challenge us. It's very easy to believe in a beautiful, wonderful God when God is, showering me with lots of love and blessings and prosperity and health and all things good. It's a lot harder when not. And what I would say is two things. First of all, remember that the universe has no preferences. We have preferences, so we put subjective labels on things. We say wealth is good, poverty is bad. Health is good, sickness is bad. Success is good, failure is bad. But the universe doesn't have any such labels. And so to recognize, first of all, that this it's not a punishment, it's not about being forsaken by God. In the same way that trees lose their leaves every year, there's a process in nature, a cycle in nature. And so that's very, very important, is that this is it's not something that God or the universe has done to you or to the loved one, and that you need to look back and figure out what bad karma did we do to get this punishment. We've really put this concept of an authoritarian figure on the law of karma. We've brought in this concept of rewards and punishments, good and bad. It's almost like Santa Claus's lists of, Santa knows you've been good or you've been bad, and you're going to either get a lot of toys or no toys based on which you've been. But that's not how karma works. It's not about rewards and punishments. It's about seeds blossoming and growing into the tree of whatever was planted. And again, it's not badness growing into bad trees. That which we get, we're getting because that's what the most conducive situation is for us to take our next step closer to our awakening, for us to peel back layers. And in some cases, failure, sickness, poverty are things that are catalysts to peeling back layers, to awakening, to blossoming, to taking our next step. And so it's important to recognize it as that, and not to have a guilt complex of, I must have done something, he or she must have done something, and that's why this is happening. You're not being punished. They're not being punished. But this is what's before you. So somewhere there was a seed for this. And so the question is, okay, now that this tree is in our living room, how do we learn whatever lesson we need to learn from this? It's here for a reason. How do we use this experience to peel back whatever layers in us need to be peeled back? And have faith in the universe, in a wisdom in the universe. And also to have faith really in the possibility of healing. And I say this not because if you're good, you'll get healed or they'll get healed. It's so hard our brains just do that. If I pray the right way, if I, chant the right mantras, or I give money in the right temple, I'm going to get a good blessing. And then we put these labels of it. But to just really remember that there is space for healing. And in some cases, that healing may come through the body being healed. in miraculous ways, which I know I've seen many, many, many times. Long beyond having any doubt of its possibility. Miraculous healings of the body. And I've also seen miraculous healings of the spirit as the body leaves us. And we don't necessarily know which way it's going to go. But all we can do is have faith, stay grounded, stay connected, hold on to the awareness of the presence of healing, knowing that the universe that makes seeds sprout and blossom and flower and give fruit knows exactly what to do. That the universe that provides everything for us knows exactly what to do. Hold the vision. Hold that presence without a sense of guilt or punishment. Knowing that this is in your life again for a reason. And how can you use it? Your loved one will use it in a different way, but how can you use it to get closer to God? How can you connect with the spirit of the loved one? We're so used to connecting body to body. I know you're here because I can see in your eyes. I know you're here because I can hold your hand. How can we connect spirit to spirit? Well, in order to connect to that person's spirit, I can only do it from my spirit. You can't connect body to spirit. I have to connect from my spirit to yours. And that's the great opportunity. And you know, when loved ones pass away, that's the challenge we always have. And that comes up so frequently, is what to do when the loved one has passed away. And of course, the teaching is the same. Connect spirit to spirit. That spirit is still there. But you're in a different situation. The loved one is still in the body. Well, at some point, they're going to pass away. Whether from this illness or 40 years from now or 80 years from now, depending on how old they may be. Or you'll pass away first. One of you is going to pass away first. It's a guarantee. So you might as well start practicing this now. Because it's a lot easier to connect to the spirit actually while you still have the person in physical form. We use the physical body to get into the spirit. I can look in your eyes and feel your spirit. So as long as you still have that, use it. And if you're blessed with a healing in the physical body, well, then you've got all that many more years to live as spirit to spirit in body. And if the soul leaves the physical body, well, you'll mourn the passing of the physical body, but you'll still have that deep connection of the soul and the spirit.